Now we're going to start setting up the content of our site. So you see up here we have articles and categories, and then we have menus. So what we want to do first is go to our category manager and set up any categories we're going to want within the site. Okay, so let's add a new category. And we'll make a main category for trucks. Now there's some other things you can do here. Publishing, this is just the publishing information. Permissions here. So you can set the permissions again. We've seen this before. So public, guest, etc. So you have the different types of permissions that they can have. And these are all set to inherited, which means that it's coming from the actual user group permissions that are already set by default. But you can see over here that guests are not allowed to do all of these things here. So delete, edit, etc. So if you need to change those, you can. Then we have options over here. And you can change the layout here. So you have blog in here, list, or you just use the global. You can have an image and you can put some alt text in here. Let's go back over here. You can put a description down in here. And then over on the right side, so it'll be published. If there's a parent, there won't be right for this one. Access, so you can have a public, guest, registered, special, or just super user. So you can set that the way you want. Usually you're going to want these at public, but if you have some special content that you want to restrict to registered or something like that, you can do it there. And you have a note and version note. So those are all the things in here, but for the most part, you can just put that in the description in here if you want. I'm just going to put trucks there, and I'm going to save. Okay, save and new would have been the one to take there actually because I'm not done yet. Okay, so I'm going to add a new one again. And this one's going to be called SUVs. Okay, and this is all the same. I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm going to do save and new. So just carry on like that. So I'm going to say half ton. Now you could just make this as a category, or we could put it underneath one of these. So I'm going to say trucks. But you could leave it as its own category and use it for both of them. But I'm going to set it this way. Oh, I should have had save and new there. Okay, so I'll make another one called half ton. And then I'm going to put it under SUVs. Save and new. I'm going to call one 3/4 ton, and I'm just going to leave this outside of the category tree. Save and new. And then crossover. And that will be under SUVs. And we're going to do save and close. Okay, so just set up the categories you know you're going to need there. You can actually add them later. So we'll start with the categories now. Let's go back to content and let's go and to article manager and add new article. Okay, so this is where you would put in your article. You can type it right in here, or you can copy it and paste it from somewhere else. Okay, so here's our article in here. Let's go over and we'll say half-ton trucks. Over here, okay, we have some other things. We can set an intro image here. We just upload it. We can do other things with images down here. So we have a full article image, image float. So you can set all of these things to work the way you like. We have options here. So there's all kinds of options that can be set, and it's using the global settings right now, but you can change any of these. And then configuration, configure and edit screen, and permissions. So there's a lot of things that you can set. It's very flexible. And these are what we've seen before. They're just using the group defaults. Okay, so let's save. Okay, so the status is now published. You can set it as a featured article if you want here. Okay, so we have added some content to the site, but it isn't actually on the site yet because we haven't put it anywhere. So if we were to go look at the site right now, you're not going to see anything, you see, because we haven't given it any parameters as to where to display or where to put it on the menu. Okay, so let's go back here. So you can just go through and add some articles in here as you like. Okay, so let's go out of here. Okay, so this is the article manager category, and we can set featured articles like I showed you there before. Now, I didn't add any images to this article when we were first in here. So there's a couple ways to do it. We can go back into the images and links, and then this is the intro image where you can use this on blogs and stuff. And then there's the full article image down here. You can also use the editor and bring one right into the article. So if we go back here and we click here and we click on the insert image here, we have to bring a URL in for this one. Okay, so those are the different ways you can do it. You can use the media manager as well to bring in an image in, and I'm going to show you that in here. So let's go into images and links, and let's go down to this full article image. Let's select. So this shows us the images that are on our server. But if you look down here, you can browse for one on your computer and upload it. So that's what I'm going to do. Pick this one and start upload. Okay, so I'll select it and then insert. Okay, so there it is there. So let's save and close. Okay, now you would just put any articles in here as you go. You put several on here. You might want to put a welcome one on here that you can put on your front page. So let's do that. Let's create a article that is just going to be kind of a welcome to our site. Okay, now something I didn't show you in the other ones that's important is under publishing. And in here, you can put time publishing if you want, creation date, and some other things down here. What you have over here is your meta stuff. So your meta description and your meta keywords that are important for the search engines. So it's a good idea to put those in here as well. Okay, so let's save and close. Okay, so that one is in uncategorized because I don't want it in with my car and truck stuff. Okay, so at this point, I've shown you how you can set up your articles. Now let's go over to menus. And we're going to go to the main menu and add a new menu item. Okay, so what we want to do is set our home page here. So if we go over to this side and we click here, we'll click on home. And then over here, we're going to select, and it's going to be article. And we want a single article. Now, we're going to select the article here. And this is the one we want. Okay, now down here we want to click default page. That sets the home page there. And then here you have your window. So parent would be the current window, and then you can have a new window if you want. Okay, so that sets our home page there. There's some options in here as to what you can display. We're going to publish the article before we look at those. We have the link type here. I'm going to set the styles and the link image if you want to do that. Page display. You can change these if you want. Our metadata, I talked about this before, so we made a description and keywords here. Your robots, so I'll use the global, or you can set them to follow, index follow, and no index, no follow. And module assignment. Okay, so I didn't go over the modules that are pre-installed yet, but the breadcrumbs are in here, and the login form is already installed here. We'll go into that a little bit later. Okay, so let's save and close. Okay, we forgot to put the menu title in here, so we'll say home, and we'll save and close. All right, let's go have a look at our site now. Now, here's what I was talking about on the display stuff. So we have the category, the published date and time, and who published it. Okay, so we can turn those off, and I'm going to take you back there and show you that in a minute. And here's our article, and it's on the menu over here. Okay, so that's how we get our first article in there. This would be our home page. So let's go back and change that now. So we're going to go back into this one. And then we want to go into options. Okay, so show category, want to hide. Link category, want to hide. Okay, show author, hide. Create date, hide. Modify date, hide. Publish date, hide. Okay, so let's save and close, and let's go have another look. Okay, we still have hits on here that I didn't hide. Let me go back and fix that. Okay, so back into here. And then into options. And then we need to take hits out of here. Okay, so here's show hits. So we're going to hide that. Okay, let's save and close. Let's go have another look now. Okay, so we have all of those things taken off there. Okay, so we got our start here. We have our home page on here. In the next video, we're just going to continue adding content to our page.